Waiting the days one like this. Been through many things, many gist. I still find my peace in all of it. Oh, it be like sitting I know this. Yeah, which kind person be this? Oh, waiting the days one like this. And now it's Genesis. I'm feeling with friends. Survivor, new nigga, money chaser. Flying like a rocket, but now we never king of South and US, faster than the car, forever beside, faster than the Benz, so, fight on the ground, living my son, I ain't gonna cut down dead to the ground. They want to know your future, before you are my nigga, Mama be praying for me, say, make I do. Oh my baby, she you go there before my Zulu, oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist. I still find my peace. Oh, like say me I know this, like say I know the yeah. Which kind person be this? Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, like I hate Genesis. I've been dealing with friends. Survivor, new nigga, money chaser, faster than the bullet. Flying like a rocket, bad man with the birds. King of South and US, faster than the car, forever beside, faster than the Benz. So, fight on the ground. Within myself, I'm so bad to come. I ain't do not pass, I'm dead to the ground. They won't say your nigga, they want to know your teacher. Before you are my woman, you go there when I don't get you. Woman, you go there when I don't get you. What's my mama, be praying for me, say, if I do. What's my baby, she you go there before my Zulu,
Timmy J on the track.
waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, many gist. I still find my peace in all of it. Oh, it be like sitting I know this, like say I know the yeah. Kind person be this. Oh, waiting be this one like this. Been through many things, and I hate Genesis. I'm dealing with friends. Survivor, new nigga, money chaser, faster than the bullet, flying like a rocket, but now we never king of South and US, faster than the car, forever beside, faster than the Benz, so, fight on the ground, my baby, share you go there before my soul. Oh, waiting be this one like this. Ain't you many things, many cheese. I still find my peace. Oh, you like see me, I know this. Like see, I know the yeah. Which kind of person be this? Oh, waiting be this one like this. Ain't you many things, like I ain't Genesis. I've been feeling with friendly. So bye. You need to chaser, faster than the bullet. Flying like a rocket. Bad man with the birds. King of South and the West. Faster than the car. Forever the sun. Faster than the band. So, faster than the ground. Making myself, I'm so bad. I need to know how I'm dead to think. They won't say your name. They want to know your teacher. Before you are my woman, oh my God. You go there when I look at you. Oh my God, you go there when I look at you. What's my mama be praying for me? Say, if I did it, oh my baby, she you go there before my soul.
Can you all hear me? Yes. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Abdul Joan, and I'll be hosting this today. I'm very excited to welcome you all to today's session on creating connection and sustainability. Thank you all for joining us today. So we'll get started immediately. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear you. We
Okay,
can hear
great.
you.
That's very great. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you all, like I said, for joining us today on creativity on sustainability. So today we have two amazing speakers who will enlighten us on all we need to know in the part of this chain. And without wasting any time, let's hear from the speakers. Okay. Please introduce yourselves.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so my name is Kilani Ezekiel. Am I echoing? Sorry.
No, from my end, you aren't.
Okay. So my name is Kilani Ezekiel. I'm the CEO of the Students Place, and at the same time, I'm also a candidate at the United People's Sustainability, Global Sustainability, and I'm glad to be the host of this particular mini training. And I believe that you guys are going to get the best out of today's event. Just sit down, get your pen if possible, because you'll be getting valuable information from today's session. Because we have the best persons here to give you guys all you want. And also write down your questions, whatever questions you have at the end of these sessions. There will be question and answer, and you will get every answer to whatever question you might have. So I want to welcome you guys once again.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Mr. Kian Ezekiel. Okay, here we have our second speaker. Can you introduce yourself, please? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for creating such wonderful opportunity. I'm sure that everyone here is going to benefit once the session is done. So now we are going to simply dive into it, so we don't have to wait any more time. We're going to start with our first speaker, which is Mr. Kilani Ezekiel. Please, can you come up, Mr. Kilani Ezekiel?
Okay. Thank you. Please just give me a second. I'm coming.
Okay, that's okay.
Um,
Okay, while we're waiting for him, I'd like to say that after he's done speaking, we'll entertain questions. So you can simply write your questions in the comment section below. And after the Q session, you can also simply unmute yourself and ask questions directly. Thank you so much.
yeah. So let me just share my screen. Um, So first of all, before I start my session, this particular mini training is divided into two sessions. We have the sustainability goal session, which is taken by myself. Then the other session is the session relating to scholarships and study abroad, which my brother Frederick will be taking. So in this particular session, I want to talk about the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. And before I go into that, I want to believe that this number of people who are here right now are people who are interested in making changes in their community. One of the major aim of this particular mini training is to reach out to young people, students, young leaders, young student ambassadors who are interested in making changes in their community. People who have seen something going on in their community and they are like, oh, this particular thing, I don't like it. And this particular thing that is going on, I don't like it. I want to see a change in my community. I want to not just see a change, but be part of the change. I want to be among those who are in the forefront of carrying out changes in my community. You know, making a change doesn't involve, doing great and mighty things. You can start making a change from your little confine. You can start making a change from your little environment. Wherever you find yourself, you can start making a change there. And a change can go as far as just caring for somebody's needs. The SDGs, they are 13 in number, and you can just be involved in one of them. Just from the little you're doing, you can impact people's life. So this particular training today is to give you an opportunity to tell you about UPG. UPG means United People's Global Sustainability, and this platform offers you the opportunity, you know, to carry out your vision. So I want to believe that those of you who are here today are, number one, those who care, those who want to see changes in their. Please, Chikamso, can you mute yourself, please? Chikamso, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. Yeah. So, like I was saying, this particular training is for those who, number one, want to make changes in their community, those who care. So, if you're here today, it means that you care. Then, the second batch of people that are here today, it's okay if you actually don't care, because in this life, everybody can't care. You get? Not everybody can be a leader. Not everybody can see something and be like, oh, I'm interested in changing this thing. I'm interested in being part of those that want to change this thing. So it's okay if you're in this meeting and you don't care about things going on in your community and you want to change it. Then you can also be here and you say the reason why I'm here today is just to get information about scholarship, how to travel abroad to study and all that. You are also welcome. This particular training is also for you. So whichever the case is, you're highly welcome. So without wasting much time, let me share my screen so I can just tell you guys about the United People's Global Sustainability. All right. So my screen is being shared right now. I wouldn't want to take much of our time because Mr. Frederick has like a lot to give to us. So UPG Sustainability Leadership training conducted by myself, Kilani Ezekiel. So in the course of this particular training, I'll be looking at the introduction to United People's Global Sustainability. I'll be looking at sustainability, a rare global agreement. I'll be looking at the UPG four pillars. I'll be looking at interaction sections like questions and answers with you guys. And we'll be looking at some global challenges related to sustainability and some local challenges related to sustainability. And I will also share with you guys what I'm doing as an individual to make a change in my community. What is my sustainability project that I'm carrying out as an individual, as a UPG member or candidate? Then I would like want to get people's feedback on what you think I can do to further improve what I'm doing on my platform. Then these are just things we are going to look at. Now, one thing about United People's Global Sustainability is that they give you the opportunity to connect with people, to put your passion, to put your care into action. They help you to carry out that passion you have. They give you like a platform to grow. They will teach you, they will nurture you with the best leaders in the world. The best speakers are going to train you on how to be, how to make that passion into reality. And if you're lucky enough, you can also get an opportunity to travel to Hurricane Island in the US to get like a one-on-one live training session just to help you build yourself. So, United People Global is a community that encourages and enables people to participate in making the world a better place. So, if you're interested in making the world a better place, this particular platform is for you. And this is achieved in various ways, especially by contributing to the Sustainable Development Goals. We have like about 13 of them, and we are going to look at some of them in the course of this training. UPG works to raise awareness, strengthen belief, facilitate collaboration, and foster community. UPG uses publications, projects, and events to achieve its mission. So, one of the major aims and objectives of UPG is to create awareness, to strengthen your belief as an individual towards making a change, and to facilitate collaboration. You collaborate with individuals, like, for example, in this particular training, I'm collaborating with the Fred Effect to make sure that you, as an individual, you get something in return. You get to receive something. So it's a collaboration just to change the world. Because from this meeting, once you hear Fred Effect speak, you will get information that is needed for you to, achieve your goal of getting good education, to travel abroad to study, get education, get quality education. And they also use to they also foster community. Now, UPG sustainability leadership, what does that mean? The UPG Sustainability Leadership is a movement that mobilizes individuals and organizations to support positive citizen leadership on sustainability. And this is what I'm doing right now. I want to mobilize you. I want to encourage you. I want to call upon you to be a sustainable leader, to care about your community, to care about events going on around you, going on in your community. That is why I'm here to conduct this training. Now, what is sustainability? Sustainability is about ensuring that future generations inherit at least the same access to opportunities and resources that we have. The world is ever changing, the world is ever revolving, and as individuals, we need to flow with the changes, we need to flow with the evolvement of the world. And as a sustainable leader, what you have to do is to prepare future generations to flow with this particular change that's happening in the world. So at United People Global, we believe that everyone can do something positive to create a more sustainable world. Change begins with you and change begins with me. If I can do something as little as conducting this training just to ensure that you get access to information that will change your life, that will change the world, you also can do the same. So as individuals, we can make positive or create a more sustainable world. Nothing is too small and nothing is too big. Whatever you're doing, it can be as low as giving somebody food. You can just cook and just invite your neighbors and say, come and eat. That is you solving one of the sustainable development goals of zero hunger. Now, at the end of this session, we will explore together some of what I learned while I was undergoing my training as a UPG sustainable leader. And I'll just share them with you and encourage you to also participate. So after this session, I hope that you can join us, you can join me and join everyone at UPG to make the world a better place, to take action in making the world a better place. Now, let's look at, before I go, I want to ask a question. Have you heard about the Sustainable Development Goals? If you have heard about it, just write on the comment section which of them you know. Which of the SDG do you know? Write on the comment section. Let me see. There are about 13 sustainable development goals. Which of them do you know? Write on the comment section. I want to see you guys. SDG means sustainable development goals. So I'm sure you might have heard of some of them. So which of them do you know? I'm seeing gender equality. Yes. Gender equality is part of them. No poverty. Yes. That is also part of them. Yeah, I want to see more answers. There are about 13 of them. It can also mean the Millennium Development Goal, whichever one it is, either sustainable or millennium. Just write on the comment section which one you've heard or which one you've seen. Good health and well-being, yes. That is also part of it. Just write on the comment section. Quality education, exactly. Quality education. All right, so let's move forward. Now, there are about gender equality, yes, part of it also. There are about 17 of the sustainable development goals. And out of these 17, you can just do one. Healthcare, zero hunger, yeah. You can just pick one of it and just, okay, this particular SDG is what I want to focus on, is what I want to do. I want to be part of those who are making a change. I don't want to just sit down and just, take whatever the world gives to me. I want to be part of those who are making a change. So, do you know about the UN SDGs? I can see that some of you know about it and you've written on the comment section what you know about it. So the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals are goals or objectives in 17 areas that affect almost everything that we do on the planet. These goals were agreed in 2015 with the goal of creating a more sustainable world. And so they are called the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs. The SDGs are a very global agreement that essentially means two things. Number one, that sustainability includes many things, and whatever area of activity you are in, there is a contribution that you can make to make the world sustainable. No matter what you are, whether you're a student, you're married or whatever, there's a little thing that you can do to make the world a better place. And the second thing is that the whole world has agreed that we want a more sustainable world. We want a more, conducive environment, conducive world for everyone to live in. So the SDGs are no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduce inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice and strong institutions, then partnerships for the goals. So these are the 17 SDG we have. So when you come to UPG, we have four pillars of UPG, and the first one is awareness. Awareness means it is possible. It focuses on sharing different ways that people can make the world a better place. And what I'm doing right now is called awareness. I'm creating awareness about the SDG. I'm trying to let you know that there are things that you can do as an individual to make the world a better place. I'm trying to teach you, to let you know, to create that awareness and tell you that you can be part of the change that is going on in the world. For example, let's say, okay, let me give you a story. Now, you come from a family where nobody is educated. Your parents did not go to school, your elder siblings did not go to school. Then you got a rare opportunity to be educated. Let's say you get a scholarship to travel abroad to study, a fully funded scholarship where your tuition is paid, your feeding expenses, your transportation, everything about you studying abroad was paid for. Then you went abroad, you studied, you got your degree, you got your certificate. Now, when you graduate, what is one thing that will be important to you as an individual? After graduating, you are the only one educated in your family, and you got a scholarship to study abroad to get your education. After graduating, you've gotten a good job, you're well okay. What is one thing that will be important to you? Can I see on the comment section? Tell me one thing that will be important to you as an individual after you've graduated. Yes, can I see your answers on the comment section? In your entire family, you're the only one that went to school. Your parents were not educated, your siblings are not educated, but you got an opportunity to travel abroad on full funded scholarship, and you graduated, you got a good paying job, and you're living comfortable. What is one thing that will be important to you as an individual? Okay, education, to give back to the society, to help your younger ones complete theirs, help others to access such opportunity too. Yeah, I like the answers I'm seeing. Yes, can I get more answers? You guys are doing awesome. It shows that you care. It shows that you care, that there is something in you that cares for people's well-being, to give back. Yes, give back to your community, to your society. To enlighten others on scholarship, help my family and others in. Good, good. Education, of course, to help others. Yes, good. So this shows that most of us here care, you know what it means to change the world. So you create awareness. The first pillar of UPG is to create awareness. Every UPG leader, what we are doing is creating awareness to let people know that we can make the world a better place. To let them know that one by one, together, individually, we can impact the world, we can impact our community. For instance, I got a scholarship, a full funded scholarship. I'm the first person in my family to travel abroad to study. So what am I doing? I decided to give back to my society, to give back to others, to create awareness. For the past 5 years, I've been doing what? Creating awareness about scholarships, and a lot of people have benefited from this. This is because I care and I'm giving back to the what? Community. So awareness is the first thing. Then the second thing is belief. Belief means yes, we can. Awareness means it is possible, and belief means yes, we can. It means moving beyond awareness and increasing belief that each person is capable of making an impact. It is one thing to be aware that the world can be a better place, and it is another thing to believe that I can be part of that change. I can be part of making the world a better place. So the second pillar of UPG is belief. You believing that you can do it. Myself believing that I can do it. Then the third thing is collaboration. Collaboration means let's work together. For instance, I am collaborating with the Fred Effect to make this mini training a success. And in the course of this collaboration, everyone here is going to get valuable information. Everyone here is going to get like information, first-hand information about what? Studying abroad. At the end of this training, I will not be surprised that I will get some messages and be telling me that, oh, after that training you conducted, I applied to this scholarship, I applied to this school, and I got, a full funded scholarship, I got this, I got that. That is the power of what? Collaboration. So collaboration means developing and champions initiatives where people can work together to make the world a better place on selected themes, specifically the SDGs. For instance, this particular training is focused on SDG 4, that is quality education. That is why we collaborated with Fred Effects to give us information about getting quality education. So you can just choose a particular SDG you want to work on and look for individuals in the society that are doing the same work with you and collaborate with them. Together, you can make the world a better place. If you're a medical student, you can collaborate with institutions and go to communities and carry out medical outreaches. If you're a religious leader, you can go to outreach and do different things. So whatever position you find yourself, there are little things you can do. Just look for individuals who are doing what you're doing and collaborate with them, all in the purpose of making the world a better place. Now the last pillar of UPG is the community. The community is the last pillar. It means you are not alone. You are not alone means you have people that have the same vision as you do. You have people that have the same dream, that have the same mindset, that have the same passion as you do. So community means fostering a sense of community between people across the world who share a common sense of purpose towards making the world a better place. For instance, I have a lot of people from different countries where, like, we are doing what? Collaborating together to make the world a better place. And UPG brought us together under a single umbrella where we can, reach out to each other. We have friends from Pakistan, friends from different countries, both in Africa, outside Africa, from India, from Nepal, that I can call on them and say, okay, I'm coming to your country this particular time. Let's meet up, let's collaborate and carry out this particular project in your community. Okay, I'm organizing this program, this event. Can I collaborate with you? So that is what UPG does to you. It gives you an opportunity to have a community of like-minded people, those that can, key into your vision, that can help you actualize your vision. So now some global challenges related to sustainability. Let's look at some, challenges that are related to sustainability. Now we have climate action and the destruction of nature. Okay, now let's say for instance, in the place where you're living, like there's flood, there's a lot of flood, and the flood is destroying people's, livelihood, people's farm, people's houses. For instance, in Kenya right now, Kenya is experiencing a lot of flood, and it's so bad that houses are being covered by water. Sometimes in Nigeria, we also see flood. Flood comes and destroys a lot of things. So now you are in a community where there is flood and it is affecting a lot of people. As an individual, what can you do? What can you do to help in this particular situation? There is flood in your community and it is affecting people. What will you do as an individual, as someone that cares, as someone that is passionate about what is going on? Like this thing, you don't like it. What can you do to make a change? Can I get few answers from the comment section? There is flood in your community and you don't like it. What is some actions you can what are some actions you can take? What are some things you can do to make a change, at least just to help? Just imagine, put yourself in that shoe and answer. You mustn't have flood in your community. Just imagine that there's flood in your community. What will you do to help? Can I get some answers on the comment section? Stop littering, okay? Yes. Can I get more answers? Okay, moving forward. The next one is collaborate with other young people in the community. Okay. I see collaborate with other young people in the community to build better drainage system. Okay. Make sure the drainage system is good. Perfect. Better, okay. Good. Good. Now let's look at the second one. Peace and justice. We have war, conflict, and refugees. Now in Nigeria, you know, there are times where we were suffering from Boko Haram, where Boko Haram is coming to, kill a lot of people. They will go to some communities, adopt students, do a lot of killing and all that. Or let's say there is war in your community, you know, this community and that community is fighting, or this village and that village is fighting, or this country and that country is fighting. For instance, now in Russia, there's war between Russia and Ukraine. So as an individual living in a country or in a community where there is war, where there is conflict, or where there is injustice, what can you do to help? What actions can you take as someone that cares? You don't like this war that is going on, you don't like this fighting that is going on. What can you do as an individual that cares to impact, to like impact and effect some changes in that community? Can I see your answers? Can I see your answers? You are in a community where there is war, there is fighting, there is killing, and you don't like it because even if you might not be so careful, the war or the conflict might even get to your house. So what will you do to ensure that there is peace, to ensure that this conflict is resolved, to ensure that there's justice? Try reassuring others that all is going to be fine. Okay, good. Educate them on the importance of living in peace and harmony. Okay, that is creating awareness that everything is fine. Trying to reassure them means collaboration, community, strengthen the security first. Yeah, you have to work on strengthening security, reach out to necessary, helping people injured by the war. Good. Giving and helping hand. If you see those who are injured, help. If you have the ability to help, you help. Talk to the people to have a dialogue to resolve the issues causing the war. Yeah, perfect. So the next one is poverty. Poverty. You are in a community where people don't have money, where people can't afford the basic things of life. Some people can't even eat, can't pay their rents, can't buy food, can't buy clothes, can't do anything. They are poor. And you as an individual in that community, you are educated, you have the means. What are you going to do to alleviate poverty in your community? What are some actions you can take to ensure that poverty is alleviated in your community? Can I see your answers? There is poverty in the land, people can't even afford basic things. But you have the means, you are educated, you have the connection. What are you going to do to help? As someone that cares, someone that is passionate about change, what can you do to alleviate poverty? Can I see your responses? Creation of skill acquisition program, yeah. Providing employment opportunities, good. Building infrastructures to create more job opportunities, creating youth empowerment, perfect. Working with NGOs to create poverty alleviation programs to help the poor, good. Now, one thing about UPG is that this platform helps you to fund your projects. For instance, you're living in a community where there's poverty and you want to conduct a skill acquisition program or skill acquisition, this thing. UPG can help you get funds. They can grant you funds to help you carry out your project. If you are a member of UPG, if you're a UPG member or UPG champion, you can apply for grants. You can apply for fundings to help you carry out this project. If you want to, create like help people who are affected by war and others, like for instance in Ukraine or in Palestine, and you want to like carry out projects, provide medical treatments, medical facilities for them, you can come to UPG as a UPG champion or UPG member and apply for fundings, and they will give it to you, provided that you are trying to solve a problem. So when you are a member of UPG, you get to receive some benefits that will help you carry out your project. Now, the last one is zero hunger. You know, people around you, they don't have food. For example, in Nigeria right now, things are so expensive. People are suffering. Some people can't even afford 2 square meals a day. And there you are somebody that you have enough food at home. You have the means to provide for people. What are you going to do? You might not even have the means, you might not even have the money, but then you care so much that I don't like the fact that people are not eating. I don't like the fact that there are a lot of people roaming the streets, they can't even afford food to eat. What can you do as somebody that cares, someone that has passion for people who are suffering from hunger? Write on the comment section, let me see. You don't like the fact that people are not eating, that people are hungry, like people are suffering. What can you do as an individual to help? Yes, let me see your answers. Can I see your answers on the comment section? Okay, we can move forward. Now let's look at some local challenges related to sustainability. Number one, we have unemployment. Can you guys hear me? Hello? All right. Okay, thank you.
Yes, we can. We
Oh,
can.
all right, thank you. So I'm almost coming to the end of my presentation. Now let's look at some local challenges related to sustainability. We have unemployment. People lack decent jobs. People lack, good paying jobs. It is one thing to be employed and another thing to be getting good payment. Some people, they are employed, but it look like they are not getting paid. They'll just go to work, 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 yet they look as if they are not working. So unemployment is one of the challenges that a lot of people are facing, a lot of countries are battling with. In Nigeria also, like a lot of people are unemployed. Graduates are on the streets roaming about looking for job. People are suffering. There's no job. If you get a job, say you can't. You go to work from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and you're getting minute money. You're getting chicken change as salary. So we have quality education. There are a lot of people who are in the rural communities and they can't even access good education. You will see their schools, like the buildings are so deteriorated, like buildings are not good, teachers don't even come to school, like people don't even get good education. So these are some challenges that happen in our local community. Then we have reduced inequalities, we have corruption and many others. So what does a more sustainable community look like in our own community in each of these areas? So you have to like look into yourself and say, how can I make my community a better place? How can I make the world a better place? Looking at all these challenges, both the global and the local challenges, how can I contribute? How can I be part of this change? So it shows that you care, and this is what UPG stands for: people that care. So now, this particular session, I will talk about my own project, what I'm doing in my community to make my community a better place. So my platform, the Student Place, for the past 5 years, we have been dedicated to, number one, creating awareness about the opportunities that are there for you as a student. A lot of students here in Nigeria, from developing communities, from poor families, from poor backgrounds, they can't get good education. Some people can't even go to school. Few days ago, a friend of mine back then in Nigeria, he came to me. I was like crying. He said he can't even pay for his school fees, that his parents can't afford to pay. He's in his final year and he can't even pay. He has gone to his uncles, gone everywhere to ask for funds, but he can't get those funds. And it's like, if nothing is done, he's going to drop out. I'm like, no, you cannot drop out. So there are a lot of people out there who can't even afford to go to school. But then there are opportunities, there are resources, there are fundings, there are scholarships out there that people can apply for. And the worst part is that people lack information. People don't have information. That is the issue. So on my platform, the Student Place, we are creating awareness for people to know that there's a possibility to get access to all these opportunities. There's a possibility to get a scholarship to study abroad. There's a possibility to get fundings for your education. There's a possibility to get internships that will pay you. And for the past 5 years, we've helped more than 500 students gain scholarship to study abroad, both in Russia and in different parts of the world, through what? Creating awareness, through collaboration. There are times where I collaborate with individuals to help pay the school fees of some people. So this is what I am doing as an individual on my platform, the Student Place, to make the world a better place. And this training I'm conducting today is also a means of creating awareness, of letting you know that you can gain access to information that can change your life. It was just one information I got and my life was changed. I could remember that day I went to a cyber cafe to apply for a particular scholarship, and I saw a guy applying for a scholarship, and I peeped and saw that, oh, this scholarship. I went to and searched about it. I applied for it and I got it. And yet I am today studying under scholarship, full funded scholarship. So I'm like, okay, if I have this opportunity, why don't I give back to my community? Why don't I create out? Because I'm like, so there's something like this and people don't know about it. And I never knew about it. So I'm like, from today henceforth, since 2019, I said I will make sure that every year I create awareness for people to know that there's a scholarship like this. Like, there are different scholarships that you can apply for to gain admission to study abroad without paying a dime. And to the glory of God, by God's grace, we've been doing well in this thing. And we've collaborated with different individuals. We've conducted a lot of seminars, we've conducted a lot of symposiums, trainings, just to ensure that people get information and they get guidance to achieve their dreams of studying, of getting quality education. So on my platform, I am working on SDG 4, which is quality and equitable education for all. That is what my platform, the Student Place, stands for. So before I go forward, I want to just ask for contributions. What do you think I can do as an individual to make my project better? What can I do? How can I reach out to more people? What are some actions I can take on my platform, the Student Place, to ensure that I create more awareness, I reach out to more students, I get more fundings so that I can make the world a better place? What suggestions can you give? What do you think I can do? Yes, can I get your answers? You can just suggest anything you feel that okay, if you can do this way or do that way, you can get better results, you can get better, you know, outcome. I'm sure you guys have something to say. Don't leave me stranded. You can use the mic also. If you want to use the mic, just raise your hand and I will, pick you. Okay, more publicity through media. Right. Thanks for that feedback. Can I get more feedbacks? What do you think I can do to better create more awareness for my project, to better, achieve my goal on my platform? Or if you have, okay, says creating a WhatsApp channel and in other apps, and most important, doing as you said. Yeah, I have about 8 WhatsApp groups where, we occasionally send information, send scholarships, where there are people that send scholarships to. Then we have Telegram platform where we also post some scholarship. Yeah, thanks for that. One more person before we move forward. What do you think I can do? Or what comments do you have? What suggestions do you have? What insights can you give to me? Okay, let's just move forward. So now, make taking or continue to take action. Many people are already doing something, and we believe that everyone can take action to make the world more sustainable. The following section is about a few things to bear in mind that can help you in taking action, in making a change. The first one is the theory of change. The theory of change means it is possible to start acting by using if and then statements. If I can do this thing, then I can get this result. If I can create awareness to people about scholarship, then I can have people apply for different scholarships and they can get quality education. So you use the if and then statements to, bring down your passion. That project you want to achieve, you can narrow it down and say, if I do this, then I will get this particular result. The next thing is defining the stakeholders of projects like the SDGs. Now look for people who are solving the particular SDG you want to solve and reach out to them and say, can I collaborate with you? Can I get see there are a lot of organizations, there are a lot of individuals who are passionate about making a change, who are willing to give you money, to give you resources to carry out your project. For each of the SDGs, there are stakeholders, there are individuals who are willing to help you, who are willing to give you grants, fundings to carry out your project. So all you have to do is to source out these individuals and pitch your project to them. Tell them, this is what I want to do in my community. Please, can you like give me grants, fund my project? Just pitch your project very well and you can get the fundings you need. Then, what is the best way to mobilize resources for our project, like supporters, GoFundMe, or fundraising? You can organize either of these. We do not need to wait for the money to start acting, actually. You can start from somewhere. You can start by reaching out to people. So, getting fundings and ways to fund your project is very important. Then I hope that you enjoy this training and that some of the things I've said today have gotten to you. But before I go, I want to ask one last question. And that question is, out of the 17 SDGs, which one would you want to take part in solving? As an individual, which of the 17 SDGs would you want to work on? Okay, I see education. I can just go back to where I talk so that you can see them. You can see the 17 of them. So these are the 17 SDGs. Now, would you which of these would you want to work on? as an individual. So Sophia says education, Ndena says gender equality. Yes. Mm-hmm. I want everyone to type what they want to work on. Like, which of these SDGs do you think you want to work on? Yeah, I'm going to take your question at the end of the session. But for now, just answer my questions. Which of these 17 SDGs would you want to take part in? Sophia says education, yes. Nena says gender equality. Wachi Ekenedichukwu says partnership for the goals. Philadelphia says health. Charles says study abroad opportunities. Solomon says education. Good. So it shows that all of us here right now, we have the passion to make. Okay, Ochebe Solomon says decent work. Rosanna says education. Boniface says climate action. Yeah. And one thing I want you to know is that each of these thing you want to work on, okay, I see decent work and economic growth. It is possible for you to work on it. It is possible for you to achieve this. It is possible for you to, get the results you want, get the fundings, the grants you need to achieve this for each of your projects. And UPG is a platform for you. So every year, UPG conducts a training session for all individuals who want to make changes in their community. So at the end of this training, I am offering you an opportunity to become part of the UPG Sustainability Leadership Program, to be a UPG leader or be a UPG champion. So my main lessons from my own training and my own tips are for your actions on sustainability. And I believe that you've learned one or two things from this particular mini training that I've just conducted right now. So I would like to take some questions before I give chance for Mr. Frederick to talk to us. So okay, Joanne, up to you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that insightful and wonderful presentation. I'm very sure that everyone here has learned one or two things, and we're definitely going to inculcate the things that we're going to say in our daily lives. And I just want to say thank you so much for that. So now we're going to entertain questions, and if you have any questions of the presentation, you can simply write them down in the comment section, or you can raise your hand, and they will call you and put the question. Thank you so much. So we're taking questions right now. Okay, I can see one. How do we get in touch with you by Charles and Emmanuel? Okay, Mr. Kilani.
Okay, to get in touch with me, I would just put on the comment section um my direct WhatsApp link, so you can just send me a text.
Okay,
And
okay,
when you text me, please go straight to the point with your questions, so that, because I have like a lot of unreplied messages, so I won't leave you pending. So I'll just drop my direct link.
okay, okay, great. Thank you so much for that question, Charles Emmanuel. If you have more questions, you can simply write them down and we'll take them, okay? And also, you can unmute yourself and ask the question directly. Thank you. Okay, so we're waiting for
Okay,
any questions that we
can I
have.
unmute myself now?
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
okay.
Okay, good evening. Okay, I have series of questions, so I'm gonna ask them once. They're all related anyway.
Okay.
Okay, my name is Francis. I like using Philadelphia anyway. I'm a medical
You're
student, so it
welcome.
helps
You're
me
welcome.
remember some chromosomes and that and all that and all that. Yeah, so sorry, my bad. Okay, so
Okay.
basically, I have a foundation at the moment.
Okay.
Thanks be to God. And I want to know, number one, can I have more than one SDG? Can someone work on more than one SDG? That is one. And number two, these are my questions. Number one of the things my foundation do, I want to know how you guys can help me. What I'm doing to how to streamline it and the best way to go about it, and about this whole SDG and getting of grants and all that. So last few weeks I was able to do a like a empowerment of girl child, we had to share sanitary pads, about 1,000 packs of sanitary pads. We went to community and shared it. We educated them on menstrual health, menstrual hygiene, and all that and all that. With some of doctors as a case study. That's what my doctor friend, I'm saying, by the way. And 2 weeks ago, also, we went to schools and we taught them about CPR. We just went to a PTA meeting and we talked to the parents and all that about CPR. So we intend to visit as much as 20 schools in the East, teach them more about CPR, anyway, these younger ones. Um, Also, I intend to, I'm listing things I intend to do and things I'm working on already to know if they fall under SDGs and which SDGs they fall under. Because I'm not really seeing the name like, oh, this is under this particular SDG, let's say, or these are classes of this particular SDG. Also,
Okay.
I intend to maybe go to the school and share as much as maybe 20,000 exercise books and maybe 10 and maybe share as much as maybe, let's say, 100 sandals, putting as like footwear to those that don't have good ones, as the case may be, and also go to hospitals and maybe subsidize hospital bills, all that and all that, you know. So this is what I intend to do. So I've started already, I've done two out of what I have said, and I'm hoping to do the rest. Just that we have exams this month, next month. So when I'm done with that, I will now continue again.
Okay. All
So I
right.
like to know how to, what to advise to like this mind right better. So that I've done better and what's to wait for. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for your questions. Please, I would request that let's just tackle the question one after the other, so I don't get confused or lost in giving the reply. Please, can you remind me of your first question? Thank you.
My first question is regarding this SDG. Can we do more than an
Okay.
individual or
Okay.
a foundation do more than
Okay.
one SDG
Okay. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
have
Thank. Okay.
monopoly?
Good. So, in the course of my training under the UPG, the answer to your question is just direct, and the answer is yes. You mustn't focus on just one SDG. For instance, my major focus is quality education, but at the same time, I also work on no poverty. I work on zero hunger too. Because how? You know, I sometimes help people to like give money to those that need money. Sometimes I buy food for people. So, and there's one project I want to carry out like in the coming years or coming like very soon, and that is to cook food and share to a lot of people in Nigeria, like in my community in Nigeria. Like I plan to visit Nigeria soon, and my plan is to cook food, like a lot of food, and go to the streets and share to people under my platform. You get? So your foundation must not focus on just one SDG. You can have two, you can have four. Like it's just about you solving a problem. It's about you looking at a problem in your community and say like, okay, I want to solve this particular problem. So it doesn't matter whether you're focusing on one or focusing on two. The most important thing is that you are solving a problem. I hope that answers your question.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Thank you so
The
much.
second one, please.
Then okay, then okay, this question actually solved a lot of things anyway. I
Okay,
mean, has already solved everything. I don't think I was going in the right direction.
okay.
If I have to, when it comes to a foundation,
Mm,
as a case may be, how do we make it internationally recognized so that we can get grants? Because we talked about grants,
yeah,
but we didn't talk much about it. Like,
okay,
how do we apply it to grants? How do we get
okay,
more info, regarding this?
okay. Now, talking about an NGO, you can get your NGO registered. So one of the leverage you get having a registered NGO is that you can be internationally recognized, and with your certificate, when like you're pitching your project to an organization for funding, and you present your cert to them and say, okay, I am a registered NGO and this is what we do. You present evidence, like pictorial evidences, like you said that you went for medical outreaches. I'm sure there are pictures, there are evidences that speak for themselves, that okay, this is the project I'm carrying on, this is what I'm solving, and these are the pictures, these are the evidences. So once you provide this thing to them, you can be able to like get funding. And how do you get funding? Like there are a lot of websites you can go to online. and get, for example, now at UPG. UPG is one of the websites, sorry, the platform where you can get fundings from. Like there are a lot of, okay, for instance, now under UPG we have different organizations, different partners that can grant you fundings to carry out your project, and UPG can give you fundings up to $10,000. Like right now, their business is open to get fundings like up to 15 or $10,000 to carry out your project. So, and you can go to website like opportunitiesforafrica.com. You can just go online and search for, how do I get funding for my project and all that. So internet is there to help you. You can go to Instagram, you can go to Twitter, you can just search. Like you can get a lot of access to people, a lot of information out there. And one thing I do is that I always go online and search for um fundings or grants for projects. When you go there, you see a lot of information. Just keep surfing the net, and you can, who knows, you can just apply to as many as possible, and you get your fundings. So I'm inviting your organization to become part of UPG. And once you're a UPG member or a UPG champion, you can apply to their grants.
No problem. I'm willing to do that as soon as possible.
Yeah, just send me a message on WhatsApp. I've dropped my number on the chat. Hope I've answered all your questions. All right.
Yes, you have. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your response, Mr. Kilani. So we'll take some questions from the comment section right now. Okay, so the first question here is, I'm interested in working on education and entrepreneurship. How should I go about it? Like, where should I start? That's the first question in the comment section.
Okay.
The rest.
Okay. It says you want to work on education and entrepreneurship. That is SDG 4, which is quality education. Now it depends on what projects you want to carry out under education. Do you want to go to secondary schools or go to primary schools and provide them with, writing materials like book, pen, school bags, or do you want to go there and tell them about, quality education, about how they can excel in their studies and all that? Those are actions you can take. Those are projects you can embark on to, make quality education something or attainable. So you can start little by little. Those primary schools in your community, you can start by going there and, educating these students. You can talk to them about, how to be good students, how to pass their exams, how to study, how to, go for competitions and all that. So you have to like sit down first and say, okay, what project do I want to carry out? What can I do under education to ensure that, okay, I make quality education attainable? Then talking about entrepreneurship, you can partner with people who know how to, like, let's say you want to teach people how to bake. You can look for someone that has like a baking um company or something, or someone that knows how to bake, someone that knows how to do graphic design, someone that knows how to do that has like a good hand skill, and you want to teach people this thing so that they can become what, self-employed. And with that, you are creating entrepreneurs. You are creating people who have, skills, who can, use their skills to make money for themselves. So partnership is very important. You have to partner with people. Look for those who has what you want, those who have what you want, and you partner with them. You can do events like this just to reach out to people. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for that. I hope you have answered the person's question directly. Okay.
Yeah.
The next question here is, what's the criteria a person uses to get the full scholarship? So what criteria can you use to get a full scholarship?
For questions related to scholarship, I will leave that for Mr. Frederick to answer. So you can ask your questions. You can ask this question again during Mr. Frederick's session.
Okay, thank you so much. So Linus, please kindly ask this question in the second session. So the next question is, how do one become a UPG member?
All right. So to become a UPG member or a champion, All you have to do is to register on their platform. The link, I would send the link to the chat also. You can use the link to register on the platform. You can also read more about them and just you get every information you need. You can register, and once you register, you become a member, and once you're a member, you get to benefit from all that they have to offer, including giving you grants to carry out your project.
Okay. Thank you so much for your response. I hope you got that more to Jessica. Thank you so much for also contributing and asking the questions. So I'd like to ask if there are any more questions so we can proceed into the second session. So we'll wait for just like 1 or 2 minutes to see if there. Thank you so much, Luna, for your response. So if you have any questions, remember you can unmute yourself and ask directly if you don't want to write in the comment section. So we'll take some questions, some more questions if there are any. Okay, trying to see if there is any hand raised so we can continue. I think, um, okay, most likely the questions have been asked and we have learned a lot. So we want to say thank you so much for that wonderful presentation, Mr. Kilani. And without wasting any more time, we're going to move into the second session where we have our next speaker. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'll do the honor of introducing Mr. Frederick. So Mr. Frederick is a very passionate person. Is very passionate. I've been following him for more than a year now. I've been watching his YouTube videos, and I've seen all he does on his YouTube channel, even on his Instagram, his Facebook, how he has been helping a lot of people. What he does is to inspire people and to guide people on their travel abroad journey. Like his passion is to make sure that you get the opportunity, because he got like the opportunity of getting scholarships to study abroad, and is giving back to his community by teaching people, inspiring them to also get access to this information. And that is sustainability. He's someone that cares, and because he cares, that is why he gives back to his community, and that is why when I called upon him, he was willing to answer. See, most of the thing he's going to talk about here are things that are being paid for. Like, people pay a lot of money to get this information, but when I reached out to him, he was willing to come give us this information free of charge. We are not paying anything to get this information. So that is someone that cares, someone that is interested in making impact in his community. So I would love to introduce to you guys Mr. Frederick from the Fred Effect. Thank you, sir.
Hi everyone, bro. Thank you for the opportunity to also be impactful as well. My name is Frederick, and if this is the first time of meeting me, I am originally from Ghana. I schooled at the University of Cape Coast in Ghana. I had the opportunity to move to Ohio University for my first master's, and I did my second master's in another US institution where I got my public administration master's degree. So over the years, for almost like half a decade now, I've had the opportunity to assist thousands of people to go through a similar process because I went through some sort of challenges before getting to to the university and the program I was studying. I made it easier that, okay, if I was able to go through, notwithstanding my background in terms of finances, I'm not from a very good, a very rich family. So most people think that to be able to study abroad, you need to know someone abroad, or maybe be from a very good family financially, because they need to have the resources to support you. I am not from a good family, and neither, is the notion that you need to necessarily have a first class to be able to study abroad. Now, the opportunity to study abroad, to study abroad gives you like a whole lot of opportunities as well. So the opportunity to study abroad gives you other opportunities as well. So notwithstanding your background, whether you have a bachelor's degree, whether you have a high school certificate, there are lots of universities out there. The sky is huge. You don't have to limit yourself to the country in which you're one of the ways that you can use to move from your current location. So I stayed in my village for a very long time. I moved out of my village for the first time because I was attending high school in a different city or a different region in my home country. Now, when I finished and I completed high school, I was able to move central region for the first time, Cape Coast, because of education. Now, I was able to move to the United States for the first time because of the same education. So, the education provides, formal education provides a good opportunity for people like some of us who are not from a family where we have relatives abroad or from a rich family to also be able to explore the world as well. Now, looking at the means to go about this whole study abroad process, different countries have different criteria and processes of doing it. Now, my main focus has been on how can people who do not have the money or the resources be able to pursue the same thing. And one of the countries that make life a bit easier when it comes to study abroad, especially with scholarships, happen to be Canada and then the US. So most of my content has been focused on that. And at the moment, I have close to half a million followers across my social media platforms because I share my journey and how people can do it in a more inspirational way. Yes, of course, if it was easy, everybody would have done it. It's not cheap as people make it seem. It's not easy as people make it seem. But is it possible? Yes, it is. Are you the first person to travel or study abroad? No, you're not. Would you be the last person? No, you will not be. So it is highly possible you can do it. Now, when you have an opportunity to interact with people who have been through the path you want to go through, you don't have to make the mistakes they made, right? So it makes it easier when you listen to people who have been through the journey you want to go through. You will not be the first person to have a scholarship. In fact, you wouldn't be the first person from Nigeria or whatever country you have to move abroad to study. People have done it. People continue to do it. So is it possible for you to do it? Yes. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not. But if it is possible, then you take the step to do it. So today, let's have a discussion on how if you have a high school qualification, if you have a bachelor's degree, how you can study abroad on a full scholarship. Now, I'm going to start with the documents you need. So, when it comes to documentation, it differs from country to country. I'm going to actually limit my conversation around studying in Canada and also the US. And because I happen to be in the US and have gone through the process, have had opportunity to assist thousands of people to go through it and interacted with a lot of people who are working on the process, I am very conversant with the process based on experience and also assisting people. When it comes to the US, if you have a high school qualification, or maybe you have a diploma, you have some sort of certificate, then you need a passport, obviously, and you need a transcript from your high school. Normally, when you attend high school, in Africa, most of the institutions do not automatically generate a transcript for you as it is when you attend maybe a college or a university. So if you have the high school certificate, you can go back to your school and ask them to give you a transcript. Now, if you have the transcript, then you need an English proficiency letter. The good thing is that when you want to study, especially in the US or Canada, because you are from an English-speaking country, you do not necessarily have to sit for either an IELTS or a TOEFL. So you have to get a one-page document from your school which says that you did all your courses in English, so you can speak and write English proficiently. And especially if you are from an English-speaking country, Kenya, Gambia, Ghana, Nigeria, it makes life more easier. So the next thing you need to think about is having what we call recommendation letter. So this will come from the institution you graduated from, either from your high school or any person in position who will be willing to give you a recommendation letter. So transcript, certificate, passport, and recommendation letter, and then the English proficiency letter. So if you're able to get this, depending on the university or college you want to apply to, other documents may be required, like writing an essay or maybe having an SAT or ACT, depends on. Now, the good thing about studying in the US is that most of the universities do not require you to pay an application fee. So, the US has like 50 states. There are a lot of colleges and universities that are ready to agree to if only you are ready to apply. Now, another good thing is that in most countries, when you want to study at a college level, you need to wait for a specific semester, normally the fall semester or the semester that starts in August. But when it comes to these foreign countries, they are almost admitting all the time. So there is a fall semester which begins in August. There is a spring semester which begins in January. There is a summer semester which begins in May. And there are even some universities and colleges with what we call rolling admission. So what it means is that whenever you wake up from your bed and you want to study abroad, there is always a university. Some universities and colleges with so rolling some of these so what it means is that whenever you wake up from your bed and you want to study abroad, there is always a university to apply to. I wouldn't so some of these schools come with automatic scholarship. And of course, if it wasn't for scholarship, where I'm from, you know, my family and my background wouldn't be able to pay for the education that I have here. So it was as a result of a scholarship that's why I was able to come here and also study. Now, when you want to study, apply for a master's degree. The good thing is that if you have a diploma, let's say 3 years, into a PhD, especially within the science. Now, there's a document a little bit more compared to applying for a bachelor's degree. So, if you want to apply for a graduate program, you need at least 3 letters of recommendation, depending on the school. You need your certificate, you need your transcript, and when it comes to letters of recommendation, depending on the school, you need your certificate, you need your transcript, and when it comes to transcript, you need to have to go through your college education. So you need an English proficiency letter. Obviously, you have a passport, and you write what we call an SOP or statement of purpose. You should also have a resume or a CV. When you get these documents, so you need an English program, you will apply to the university. They will require some other documents, license, CRE or statement of purpose. You should also have a resume. And then you make sure that you talk. When you get these documents, the good thing is, on the program you will apply to the university, abroad is not like a trial and error kind of problem. Like when I was done with high school, I applied to about 3 universities in my home, hoping and praying that I get admission. Now, when it comes to studying abroad, you need to talk to somebody in the university. So you have to contact somebody that, hey, my name is Freddy Sex. I have this qualification. I'm interested in applying to, let's say, this program. Will I be given admission? Will I be considered for scholarship? Now, if you share your resume and your transcript to these admission office, they will let you know based on your credentials whether you qualify or not. Now, there are some universities that will be very blunt with you that, okay, we can give you admission, but unfortunately, we can't give you scholarship. So, depending on what they see you, that will tell you whether you should go ahead and apply to this institution or not. So, I tell people that it's not a trial and error process. There is a way to go about it. And of course, if you follow the right processes, getting admission and scholarship shouldn't be a big deal. There are lots of universities ready to admit. The scholarships are there. And when it comes to the US especially, most of the time the scholarship is a job. So they employ you as a teaching research or graduate assistant. So they want people to occupy these positions. So definitely, people are graduating, the positions are becoming available, and so they want people to apply so that they give those positions to them. And the people who are studying abroad like myself are not more handsome than you, do not have anything better than you. There are some of our classmates that were brilliant than us, but we took advantage of certain opportunities in order to be able to get here. I remember that when I was paid everything and then I needed money to fly. There was some of my study group members who were willing to contribute money, and I knew that there were some of my study group members back in the bachelor degree university of Cape Coast that were more brilliant than me, which means that the study abroad route is not for everybody who thinks that I'm super brilliant. You can do it with your low GPA if possible, with your background that you think that okay, I don't have a good financial support to be able to put me through. That is why scholarships are there. You can do it. So people are doing it, and I'm here to encourage you that hey, there are several ways of relocating from your home country, but the easiest and the cheapest route is studying abroad. To get a scholarship, to be able to relocate to another country, to have a feel of their culture, and also to be impacted in terms of knowledge. It's a great opportunity. So yeah, I'll pause here and understand that I share most of the ideas and information on my various platforms. So if you go to YouTube, it's the Fred Effect. If you go to TikTok, the same thing, the Fred Effect. Instagram, the Fred Effect, and then Twitter, all other platforms is the Fred Effect. So I appreciate your time and thank you for inviting me to share my ideas and thoughts with you as well.
Thank you so much, Dr. Frederick, for this insightful session. Joanne, up to you. Joanne, please take over. Okay.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Mr. Greg. Thank you so much for that very impactful session. I'm sure that we all have benefited and we've gotten one or two information that will definitely help us in this day activities and also things that we can share to others that can also help them. So I want to say once again, thank you so much for coming here and sharing your knowledge with us. So now we're going to be taking questions. And like I said earlier, you can write your questions in the comment section or you can simply ask the question directly by raising your hand and I'll call you and you should definitely put your questions. So we're taking questions right now. Okay, very good. Yes, okay. Okay. Jessica will get to you, okay? So you can ask your question, please, Elfie.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Fred. Yeah, good evening, Johan. So, yeah, okay. I have a question. Can I apply? Okay, I used to ICT online where you can apply while you're in school, maybe. Okay, for example, medical school. Can I start applying on time? Because this thing is most times it's not something you have to have. Sometimes you apply once, you keep applying and you're not getting it. So you keep applying. Maybe can I apply maybe let's say from September or from any time? And maybe assuming I finally get a scholarship, I can defer the admission. My basic intention of applying is for masters actually, because I'm already in medical school and I'll be rounding up soon. But can I start applying now to that effect? Or what do you advise I do at this moment or at this point?
That's a good question. So
Don't ask.
what happens is that you need some documents to work on these applications. So I mentioned the list of documents you need, for example, you who want to pursue a graduate program. So the point is that would you be able to get a transcript while you're still in school? Would you be able to get professors to recommend you while you're still in school? Now, if the answers to all these questions are yes, then of course you can definitely apply. So if you're able to lay hands on these documents that are required when submitting an application, then of course, bro, you can apply. That's a good question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your response. So we'll take the second person. I can see there are a lot of hands raised, so we'll start with Mochi. Mochi, you can ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, John and the Fed Effect. Okay, my first question is about the English proficiency letter. Do I really need to use the letter or like can I've heard some people say that you can use your West African Examination Council English certificate, that's your WAEC English result, or do I need to write those IELTS and TOEFLs? Then the second question is, how do I get the contact of these admission officers you spoke of the university I want to apply for online? Thank you.
All right. So that's a good question. So the first one is because you're from Nigeria and Nigeria is an English speaking country, um, you do not necessarily, it depends on the school and the college you're applying to. Some universities will make it a strict requirement that you still need to write the IELTS or TOEFL to prove your English proficiency. But a lot of the universities, when you have a one-page document from your school, remember, the English proficiency letter should be different from the high school certificate you have with your English results was on it. So that serves as a certificate, not an English proficiency letter. You need to have a separate document, and I wish I could share a template, which just say that it's a very simple information. It carries, the letterhead of your university, maybe of your high school, maybe signed by the principal or anything like that, and then it says that Jessica attended this institution from this year to this year, did all her courses in English, so she can speak and write English proficiently. She's from Nigeria, which English is the first language and all that. So this is a very simple document. So you cannot use your English results in your high school to serve as an English proficiency, but you need to have a separate document. In terms of how do you get the contact of these people that you need to contact, that's a good question. Now, the good thing is for most of the universities and colleges abroad, you can find all the lecturers, their names, their pictures, their phone numbers John, can I please do that?
Yeah, I will confirm with Sekulani. Sekulani.
Yeah, I think it's sharing the screen already.
Okay.
Okay, so this is, for example, one of the universities of our university, and let's say I want to find out, you know, the director of a program. I go to the programs, the graduate programs. Let's say something like economics. So when I search for the economics program, I'll go to the faculty number. So let's say I click on this, and then I look for the faculty and then the directory. So these are all the lecturers in the department, their name, their phone numbers, their email address, everything here. So you pick maybe the graduate chair who has a picture here, his name is here, his phone number is here, his email address, even the office number is here. So that is it. You can easily find it from the university's website. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your response. Jessica, I hope he covered your question inside.
Yes, it is. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
great. So we have a lot of time today. Thank you so much, Jessica. So we're going to go to the next person, which is Charles. We have Charles here. His hand is raised. Please be patient with us. We're going to attend to everyone's question. So Charles, your question, please.
Okay, thank you. Good evening.
Mhm.
Well, actually, my question is based on the scholarship stuff. Well, I have already gotten admitted to a particular university, but kind of unfortunately, I'm on partial scholarship there. So I want to know, like, is there any other way I could go about it, like trying to apply for external scholarship, but most of them I could be able to reach out mainly for US residents and citizens. So I'm trying to know, like, as a Nigerian, yes, I'm actually from Nigeria. So I'm trying to know if there are assurable opportunities that I could reach out to, and I'm sure to get the scholarship to cover for the remaining even though I was offered partial scholarship, but it's still because it's still.
John, let me know if I can go ahead and answer.
Sorry, are you done with your question, Charles? I think you
Yeah,
disconnected.
yeah,
Charles? Okay, okay.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, okay, good.
So, okay, you're done with your question. Okay, Mr. Fred, sorry, did you get his question?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great.
So Charles, first of all, congrats on your admission. Super proud of you. It's good that you have some scholarship. Now, before I answer your
Thank you, sir.
question, please, if you are interested in applying to any program, you don't have to finish with the application and get admission before you can apply for scholarship. Remember that you could have reached out to the department, ask if you'll be given scholarship after your admission. So before I applied from Ghana, I typed an email to the director of the program. I asked that these are my credentials. When I apply, will I get admission? One, will I be given scholarship? It was when the director gave me a positive feedback that okay, go ahead and apply. We'll give you admission. We'll give you scholarship. That is when I applied. So mostly the mistake that people make is that they don't contact anybody. They apply. Maybe the department do not have scholarships. Sometimes, even in the same school, different departments give different scholarships. So in my university, for example, the Department of Mathematics, their scholarship was such that people were paid around $1,000 every 2 weeks. My department was different. So you need to rate out this. Okay, so Charles, when you have admission, there are lots of other resources you can explore. But please let me know if it is for undergraduate or master. Okay, Charles, are you there? Okay. That would have really helped me to narrow my answer. Okay, Charles, you're muted. If you're talking, we cannot hear you. Okay, I'm sorry. So maybe we can move on to the next one.
Okay, so Charles, you can simply write your question or anything you want to say down in the comment section. So the next person whose hand is raised is Boniface Ichuku. So we're going to take your question now, Boniface.
Good evening, everyone. My question is the transcript. Please, can you elaborate more on the transcript?
question, Boniface. Okay, Chico
I think
Boniface.
he spoke about what they should contain. Yeah, so the transcript contain all the courses you took while you were in high school, and then what grades you had in them and all that. It would give you a total of a CGPA or maybe CWE.
Thank you so much. Hopefully you have let her answer her question. Okay, so we have someone here. The next person is Chetachi Ogazi. Okay, so we'll take a question now. Ogazi,
I
Ogazi, are you here with us?
yeah,
Okay, good
yeah,
evening.
yeah. So I just joined the talk this evening. So I've been busy. So
You're welcome.
thank you. My question is actually based on the graduate. So I've been going through some scholarships application only to find out that as a part of the process, I'll still be asked to like pay for some like pay parts of it. So because most of the time I applied for one at Canada, this the University of Vancouver. I was given some different application processes from different agents about what school. So my question now is how can I get like a show link or a store application website where I can apply for school? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Fred.
That question was not very clear. So, but if it's about how do you get the like an original link to apply to a school, obviously it's on the university's website. So, if for example the university that I just displayed, there is an apply button, there is an opportunity to select whether you're applying for a master's or whether you're applying for a PhD or undergrad. You click on that, you create an account mostly with your email address and then by details like your age, the date of birth, and then your phone number, address, and stuff like that, and then you can create an account. So obviously, the university's original website should give you a good link to apply.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much for your response. Ogazi, I hope Mr. Fred already answered your question. Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just clarify something. Like I should just search. Like I should Google the school. Then I'll see the apply button. Then like go through from there.
Yeah, when you Google the school, normally the link to the university's website will appear. You click on it, you visit the original university's website, and then you can go through the application required, and then apply. That's how it works.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. So we will take questions from the comment section now since all hand raised have been attended to. So the first question here in the comment section says from Sophia. I once applied for a scholarship in North Georgia. I was told to send an official transcript to them. How would I go about it? I think Mr. Fred has covered that. Mr. Fred?
Yeah, so I've already responded to that.
Okay, great. So the next question here is the grades in the transcript should it be from my final internal exams in the school or an external exam like WAEC? A question from Jessica.
That's a good one. It's supposed to be from the internal one that you had from, let's say, year one to year three or sometimes to year four.
Okay. Jessica, I don't know if you're with us, but I hope you just answered your question. Jessica?
Yes, you did answer the question. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for your question and participation. So we have another hand raised, if I'm not wrong. Mr. Charles, are you with us? Charles Emmanuel, your hand is raised.
Yeah,
Okay,
good
great.
evening. And when you were asking a question, I was actually responding from maybe it was due to network or something.
I'm so
So
sorry
yeah,
about
I
that.
said it's undergraduate. It's for undergraduate. Yeah.
Okay, so if it's for undergraduate, there are a couple of ways. One, mostly to get a full scholarship for undergraduate when it comes to US and Canada, especially, you need to have an exam called the SAT or a SAT exam. If you don't have that, most of the institutions will give you what we call the merit-based or partial scholarship. The second thing, an on-campus job. So you can apply for some of these on-campus jobs, which will give you additional money because as an international student, you can work one you got, and if you confirm, it came automatically with your admission. That is a merit-based scholarship. If you complete a CSS profile and then you submit it, then they will add additional scholarship to what you have based on your financial circumstance as you produce in the CSS profile.
Okay. Thank you so much for your response.
Okay,
Charles?
so okay, so okay, coming to that Anthony, is there no recommendation for external scholarship applications that one could apply into kind of stick with the already given scholarship, because they say that if you have an external scholarship, that you can easily stick with the already given scholarship
Yeah.
from the school.
So that would depend on if I have an idea which university it is. That would depend on which state you are going to. And of course, when it comes to external scholarship, you come from your home country, and also the university may have some on their website, which sometimes you can only apply when you are already in the country, because there are some of the information that may be required that you can only have them when you're already in the US. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's universal.
because we cannot hijack the platform with only your questions, you send me a private message on Instagram. We can continue from there, narrowing down to the specific college or university you get admission
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Charles, for your question, and thank you, Mr. Fred, for answering. So the next person whose hand is raised here is Nina. Nina Shimobi, please your question.
Okay, so good evening. I read in an article that said that if you get scholarship in the United States and then you're an art student, maybe studying theater art, you can only be allowed to stay in the United States 1 year graduation. And if you're a science student, you're only allowed to stay 3 years. So my question is, if you get a job within that time frame, would you be allowed to extend your stay?
Can you please repeat the question? I didn't get that.
Okay, I said that I read in an article that said that if you study in the United States under scholarship, you're an international student. That after your 4 years course or whatever, that you're only allowed to stay in the United States a year or 3 years, depending whether you're science or arts. So I'm asking, if you get a job in that time frame, can you extend your stay?
But that's a good question. So because
Okay,
it's an
great.
educational background and educational platform, let's clarify things. So there is something we call OPT, that is optional practical training. So as an international student, when you finish with your studies, whether it's an associate degree, a bachelor's degree, a PhD, or a master's, you have an opportunity to have a training or what we call here, or to work, depending on whether you're in the STEM field or non-STEM field. So if you're in the sciences, technology, engineering, and mathematics field, then you have what we call 3 years of OPT. That is 1 year plus an additional extension of 2 years to work, not to stay, to work in the US under the optional practical training. So I'm sure that's what she's referring to. Now, if your program is a non-STEM, then you have a year to work in the US. So that is what she's referring to. However, when you enter the US with any category of visa, you have the opportunity to switch to other categories of visa. So, for example, as you're working, your employer says that you're good, and so they want you to stay. There are other categories of visas, EB2, EB3, and H1B that you can switch onto that would extend your stay or end you up getting what we call a permanent stay or permanent residency. So yeah, it's possible.
Okay. Thank you so much for your response. I believe you could answer your question. So here in the comment section, Jessica is asking if it's possible to keep in touch with you, just in case there are more questions after the session.
It's super easy to get in touch with me. I'm very active on Instagram. The Instagram handle is the same name, the Fred Effect. It's a verified account. We have close to 14,000 followers at the moment. So yeah, you can always DM me on Instagram.
Okay, great. Charles, I can see here that you asked for his Instagram handle, so he has answered your question for that. Okay, thank you so much. So I'd like to know if there are more questions for Fred before I hand over to the guest, the other speaker, Mr. Plan. Okay, you're welcome, Charles. Is there anyone else with any question of any sort that you'd like to ask Mr. Fred? Okay, there's a hand raised, Charles.
Okay. I'm kind of asking about in respect to as an undergraduate student that's applying to study in the US. Like after getting a visa, the undergraduate course, and when someone is done with his undergraduate courses, and the person like at the end of the day, the person started ordering more for his masters. How is the person going to go about the visa processing again? Is the person going to be required to come back to his own country and start it over again, or is there any other processes that to continue while still in the United States or Canada?
Unfortunately, the question was not clear, Charles. I don't know, John,
Charles,
did you get a
I
question?
really get the question. I was about to say that, Charles, if you can please write your question in the comment section, we'd appreciate that because you were not really clear. So please kindly write your question in the comment section. So we have someone else's hand raised here, which is Jessica. Jessica. Thank you, Charles. Jessica.
Okay, thank you very much. So my question is must you have your passport before applying for the scholarship, or can you like try reprocessing your passport as you're applying for the scholarship, or after getting the scholarship then you apply for a passport? Thank you.
Yeah. So that's an intelligent question. Jessica, how old are you? You asked a very good question. All right.
Thank you.
So,
I'm 15 plus.
wow. Okay. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
some universities give you the opportunity to apply. It is when the admission is ready and you have moved forward with the I-20, and then these are processes that the passport issue will come in. However, most of the universities to identify you as an international student and which country you are from, because you have to know that it depends on which country you are from. Some of the requirements will depend on which country you are from. So if you are from a non-English speaking country, how do you prove that? You need to upload your passport so that they will know what requirements to ask of you from a certain country. So most universities would actually require that you upload a passport to show that you are an international student before you can submit your application. But for some, you can apply and later on you'll be required to produce the passport. However, Jessica, to travel, you can't travel like you need a passport, my sister. Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you very
Fred.
much.
Thank you, Jessica, for the question. So we have another hand raised here. We have Hitachi. Hitachi, your question, please.
Alright, I just want to be clear because I've been having some calls from foreigners, like from different schools I tried applying for. So I wanted to ask you based on this passports of the thing that she just mentioned because there was a man when I was applying for Middlesex University at Dubai. So as I messaged them from the advert I saw them on. So the man sent me an like a message on WhatsApp. I was asking for my passport. Then I was like, I'm not with my passport, like my small letter. So he was not asking for my old passport if I had any. That I can use that one, and then when I get the new one, I can replace it. Is that possible?
So this is basically specific to the university you want to apply to. And to be very clear, I wanted to know if there is um, you know, I know Middlesex is in London, UK, but I know they also have affiliations to campuses in Dubai and all that. So just for academic purposes, but whatever documents is being required, please send it to the university first.
Okay. My next question, like between because I've been hearing some like guys say rumors about some countries. So I wanted to ask like, for your advice like, between Canada, UK, and US, like, which is preferable for like average kind of family to apply for?
This is a very good question, and I get this question a lot. Now, my brother, what I would say is that these are very great countries, and if you had a Canadian, a US, and a UK visa, then you can have a combination where it's not so. But now that you are yet to apply, you don't put your eggs in one basket. The most important thing is each of these countries is currently better than where you are. So if you think about, relocating to any of these countries, the conversation should be about how do I get admission, how do I get scholarship, how do I get my visa. Now, if you have three visas, then we can have a conversation which place will help you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that question. So, Mr. Fred, Charles has asked a question in the comment section. So he said, I was acting as an international student in the US or Canada, studying for the undergraduate course, and at the end of the study, decided to further for masters. Are you required to go back to your home country to get the visa, or still be there in the country of study?
Like,
That's his question.
immigration processes work differently for these two countries. So let's talk about the US. Now, when you get your visa to come and study, let's say a bachelor's degree in the US, and then afterwards, when you enter the system, you your stay is dependent on a document we call the I-2, not your visa. And so, if you want to go to a different school, like for example, when I came with a first master's degree, and then I wanted to pursue another program, I did not have to necessarily go in for another visa, but I just have to get an updated I-20, which will reflect my current program I'm going to take. So in the US, so far as you are not traveling, you have to just get an updated I-20 to reflect whatever program you're studying.
Okay, thank you so much for your response. So because of time, and we're trying to make sure that we close on time and everything, we're going to just take maybe one or two questions, and then we'll be done for the session. So the person's hand here we have is okay, Jessica. Okay, Jessica, I think that was a mistake. So apparently there's no one here waiting. Okay, we have to touch your question, please.
Okay. Based on scholarship, I don't know if this has been discussed because I came this way for that, but based on scholarship, are there like basic exams to be taken to approve?